Good evening. I've called this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good evening and welcome, everyone. May I have a motion, please, to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. At this point, we'll entertain any public comments on any agenda items only. If anyone in the audience has any comments, please come to the microphone, state your name and your township or region. We have any online comments? All right, then we'll go to item number 3. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the following meetings? September 9th, 2025, the regular board meeting. October 7th, 2025, the policy committee meeting. October 7th, 2025, the caucus meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. At this point, we'll turn it over to our student representatives. So Olivia McBreen, and is it Braylon? Am I saying that right? Braylon Moore. McKee.
Go ahead, testing. You can never get it on the first try. It's green. Oh. There you go. Well, hi everyone. Sorry about that. We always have a little bit of mic trouble. It's always to be expected. Welcome back to our monthly presentations. I hope everyone had a great summer. And I'm saying that because if you didn't notice, I was unfortunately unable to make last month's school board meeting. Duty calls is all I can say. It was very sad. I had a pressing obligation that I had to attend to, and I really did miss seeing everyone and catching up. But I am also very excited that it gave my new partner in crime the chance to give the mic a spin for the first time all on her own. And I'm sure she did great. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this mic to her to get our presentation started.
Well, thanks, Liv. I'm going to begin. Our PAC, our Principals Advisory Committee, met for the first time this week. We discussed refurbishing the lobby with some ideas about seating, etc. We want to make it a more inviting place because, that's the first thing we see when we're walking in here every day. The first thing parents see when we come here for events, everything like that. Homecoming was this past Saturday, the 11th. The students had a blast dancing and spending time with each other. It's great to see everybody come out and come together for things like that. Our homecoming king was Tyler Rudy, and homecoming queen was Ananaya Coley. The practice SATs are this week, and the ASVABs will be next week. I'm going to hand it over to Liv again.
Yeah, I'll take it from there. Another thing we want to bring attention to is the Renaissance Fair field trip that we had last week. Every year, the freshman class, sorry about that, got a little tongue twister. The freshman class takes a trip to the PA Ren Fair where they, continue their studies about Elizabethan England, which is something we cover in the freshman year English class. Additionally, another field trip that we had last week that I was fortunate enough to partake in was we were invited to the Capitol for a day to partake in Senator Rothman's Senator for a Day event. This was basically an event where kids of various different social studies classes from various different Perry County schools were invited to debate a bunch of different bills and hot topics that are currently in government. So I can say for one that the Capitol was beautiful and that the bills were very interesting. Additionally, in the same regard, Susquenita is interested in hosting their own sort of bill debate session, and I don't know if this is really public knowledge yet. This may be the first time it's being announced, so very exciting. But we're hosting our very own constitutional convention on December the 12th. Now, folks, if you don't know what a mock constitutional convention is, let me tell you, you just get a bunch of kids together and they debate about a bunch of stuff, so. It's a lot more exciting than it sounds. You should, see the types of jargon that get thrown in there. You got to be really creative with your insults. But yes, we're hosting our very first own constitutional convention on December the 12th, and we're inviting lots of schools in the Tri-Valley. I believe nearly every school within the Tri-Valley is coming, which is a great thing. And then, except for one, we won't name names. I don't want to name drop, but know that you will be missed, whatever school you are. But yeah, we just have various different schools coming where we're going to get to interact with lots of other kids. In sports news, we're very proud to announce that girls soccer, field hockey, and boys cross country are all TVL champs, which I mean is obviously such a huge commitment, not only to have, thank you. Yeah, such a huge achievement to have. Not only is one team making it, but 3 of our Susquenita teams are all Tri-Valley League champs this year. So if you know any players or any competitors, make sure to congratulate them. And of course, district playoffs for girls soccer and field hockey will start next Tuesday. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, please stop out for those. Okay, so our next item is a return. We're returning to our new item that we added this year called Ask the School Board. I'm not sure if you remember from last session, but as a reminder, this allows Susquenita High School students to submit questions through an online form for us to review. And we will select 2 questions for the school board to answer each month. So it's been a busy month as school's chugging along and we're wrapping up the first marking period. Obviously, students are getting busy with their assignments, so we were limited on amount of questions that we were able to ask you tonight. But the first one we've come up with, we have a student that's wondering if there is any way we could provide students with Apple Pencils along with their iPads. They're a very useful tool to have, as using fingers can get kind of tricky with certain note-taking assignments like math problems. These pencils can even be off-brand, says the student, as an affordable option. So would anyone like to take that question?
Certainly, I think that anytime you look at how can we interface and utilize some of the technology that's there, I think that's some of the reason we look for an iPad and the updated iPads to be able to use that finger screen, to be able to have more of those touch analytics that are built with that functionality that's there. But certainly, I think there's always the ability to reach out and to see if there's the need to be able to pilot a classroom set of something to see if that works within that. I know there's the Apple Pencil, the Apple Crayon. Sometimes when there's off-brand ones, they don't necessarily work in its functionality. You end up troubleshooting more than it's worth at that particular point. But that's something certainly if we can look at certain pilots in certain classrooms to see if that's a need.
So what's the next step for this particular student asking this question?
I think that student then goes to that classroom teacher, that particular math class, talk with that math teacher and see if that teacher wants to then talk to their instructional tech at the particular building. They'll bring it up at the technology work sessions that we have and meetings, and to see what that pilot may look like. Does that sound right?
Thank you. I'm going to pass it off to Bray for our last question for you guys.
Okay, the second question we received is, what does each member do for a living? So this question was actually in regards to the board. The student body is just kind of curious about what the school board does outside of the school board.
So why don't we start to my right, and we'll just go around the room.
I'm James Lynham. I'm a school resource officer at Cumberland Valley High School, School District.
Dr. Pat Gutile. I'm a doctor of chiropractic.
I'm Marcy Walborn, and I'm the Director of Childhood and Ancillary Services for UCP Central PA, and I'm also an occupational therapist.
Jonathan Fry. I am an information systems manager for UPMC, specifically focused on laboratory information systems.
Ken Medina, I'm the school board secretary and the comptroller for the school district.
I'm Michael Jones. I was a high school biology environmental science teacher. I retired as a high school principal, and I have a doctorate in education.
The 10th member.
All right, I'll cover for you.
Superintendent of schools.
You forgot his name.
John Fox, but most importantly, I'm a father. That's my favorite job.
I'm Phil Lehman, and I own a property management company.
Amy Rabin. I'm a therapist in private practice. I have a master's in social work as well as public administration.
Leanne Singley. I'm a forensic scientist. Spent 17 years in the State Police Crime Laboratory. Now I work privately, mostly in the area of bloodstain pattern reconstruction. So, sort of Dexter without killing people.
Hi, I'm Amy Reed. I am a mental health therapist for UPMC.
Thank you. I'm hoping that that student kind of got to see you guys on a different level with that question. I thought that was pretty interesting. And we will report back all of those answers on the morning announcements this week as well. But that's all we have for this month, so thank you. See you in November. Yeah.
Good job as usual.
Thank you.
Can I just offer just one thing real quick? So I know you mentioned next week field hockey and soccer start districts. Cross country is in districts next week as well on Saturday. So kind of encourage they get left out sometimes. I think people forget about them. So there's the full boys team, and I think several girls have qualified for districts. So yeah, it'll be a big day for them as well.
Any other comments? All right, moving on to item number 5, finance. Mr. Browse, do you want to highlight any of these reports?
I'll share my seat.
All right, thank you. I can't compete with the Constitutional Convention, but we're going to try with some numbers here. So if you pull up the normal report that you're used to seeing, we'll start with the one that starts with the 6s, so that's our revenue. So far year to date, we've received about 32% of our budgeted revenue, and we're 25% of the way through the year, so we're doing good there. Even though we haven't received any of the state funding yet, and there's really no updates on that. I mean, typically I think we're a little bit higher than that because we would have received some money from them as well. So the other one is our expenses. Right now our expenses are 18.2% expended, so we'll be catching up that here in a little bit. A lot of that comes in later in the year as well in June. So, but still sitting pretty good for the year on both a revenue and expense perspective. I did give you guys some new pretty colorful charts that you can look at. Again, it is basically the same as what the black and white charts are. There's an expense one and a revenue one as well. This is the start of what we might want to look at going forward. It gives a little bit more detail from a function level. It breaks it out a little bit more into specific 1100 series, 1200 series and stuff like that, whereas the old report kind of rolls everything up, so it gives a little bit more detail. And then there's a quick visual there that shows kind of how we're trending. We also want to incorporate in the future a prior year column on there as well, so that way we can see how we're trending year to date this year to year to date last year, and if there's any variances and stuff there. And then I'm going to provide a few comments on some of the outliers as well, so that way you have it, and I don't just have to sit here and talk about them monthly. So that's just kind of an idea to introduce to you. We'll probably be in full force with that maybe in January till we get all the different pieces in. If you don't like it, that's fine. We'll scrap it and go back to the black and white version. If there's things you want to see a little bit differently, maybe let me know. I'm open to anything. I just put it in a way that made sense to me. But if that doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. Just let Ken and I know, and we'll make some adjustments. But just looking to provide a little bit more insight and a little bit more detail with a few more comments on some outliers. So that's it from a month perspective, on a year-to-date perspective. I don't really have much of an audit update, except for Tony, our auditor, is planning on being here in November to present the financials. We're a good way of the way through it, and we have some, numbers in our mind. There's, I guess, what I would call no major surprises. There will be potentially a small restatement to last year's number. I know you guys were introduced to restatements last year. There will be a small adjustment, much smaller than last year's restatement potentially coming. So you might hear that in his conversation next week, and then he'll also, cover the fund balance and for the current year as well. But again, no major surprises, and we're in pretty good shape and much further ahead than we were last year at this time.
Mr. Browse, I have a question.
Yes.
I like the new format.
Okay.
But on the revenue one, am I missing something? But I don't see like the 6100s through like 6800s. Are they?
There should have been a stapled sheet that.
So the stapled one.
There should have been two staple ones.
No.
One for expense and one for revenue.
We only got a single one that's not stapled and a stapled one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I got a dud.
You-
Never mind.
Possibly, yes.
All right.
There
That makes sense.
There are some out there, so I can.
Nope. Tom.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that.
Any other questions for Mr. Browse? Thank you, Mr. Browse. I like the new format also. All right, we'll move on to Finances B, payment of orders. May I have a motion to approve the payment of orders as listed? October 2025 General Fund FNB paid bills for $784,089.83. The October 2025 General Fund FNB prepaid bills, $992,391.58. October 2025 General Fund FNB wire transfers for $81,157.08. And the October 2025 General Fund MP prepaid bills of $26,651.95.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on then to item number 6, personnel. May I have a motion to approve items 6B through 6H as presented?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. I'll give everyone some time here to take a look at everything. Since it's a new format for us. While I'm doing that, Mrs. Matosh, hate to prove your resignation, but man, I've worked with you since you were an elementary computer science teacher way back in the day. Not saying that either you or I are old.
We don't have to approve it. I'm just saying.
On the other hand, we're happy to rescind Jesse's intent to resign. Mr. Snyder's going to stay with us. That's good. Any questions or comments from the board on personnel?
And I guess we get to welcome back Aubrey Lowe, too, as well.
Yes, that's
So,
exactly right.
little
Which
silver
means
lining.
if she rescinds her resignation, you're in trouble. So we should stop. So welcome back. Any questions or comments on personnel? It's been moved and seconded. Any opposed? Motion carries. Good luck to everyone. Item number 7, motions. I'd like to make a motion to approve an agreement with Pannoni Associations with a contract, I can ask for a motion to approve the agreement with Pannoni Associates with a contract not to exceed $75,500 for professional services to assist with high school selective renovations and bus lane study. And this was discussed at length in a great presentation last week during caucus. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. The next motion will be a roll call vote. May I have a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement between the Susquenita School District and the Susquenita Education Association for the school years 2025, 2026, 2026, 2027, 2027, 2028, and 2028 and 2029, subject to final review by the Negotiations Committee?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Mr. Medina, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Rabin,
Yes.
Mrs. Walborn,
Yes.
Ms. Bailey Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Lineham,
Yes.
Mr. Lehman,
Yes.
Mrs. Singley,
Yes.
Dr. Gattile,
Yes.
Mr. Fry,
Yes.
Dr. Jones.
Yes.
9 yes.
It's unanimous, approved. Special thank you to Mr. Lehman and Mrs. Singley for all the hard work that they've done, tirelessly with no compensation on behalf of the board as part of the negotiations committee. And thank you to the teachers who negotiated in good faith. We are a team, so we're excited to move forward, change the lives of children. That's what it's all about. So thank you, everyone. All right, we can go to item number 8. Can I have a motion to approve the second reading of policy 824, professional boundaries?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of policy 907.1, tobacco use?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? It should be tobacco non-use, really, but any opposed? Okay, motion carries. May I have a motion to retire policy 815.3 and transition this to administrative regulation?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, field trips. May I have a motion to approve the A-Push trip to Williamsburg, Virginia from March 5th, 2026 to March 8th, 2026 to connect curriculum themes to authentic historic settings, deepen student understanding of colonial America, encourage civic engagement and reflection through exposure to living history, and provide cultural enrichment and peer collaboration opportunities. There will be 2 school days missed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Okay, great. Opportunity for our children. Motion passed. Donations. I'm very pleased and happy to say that we have a motion, I'd like to have a motion to approve a $2,500 donation from Pannoni Associates to be used for furniture for the Media Students Innovation Room at the high school.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, I just thank you. And for our students who were here and presented, they must have done a good job. So to the students, come on out, present. You never know who's going to be in the room, who's going to throw money your way. So, no, seriously, thank you again. Teamwork. I just look forward to working with Pannoni and Associates. Really appreciate it. Any other questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. At this point, a Cumberland Perry Area Career and Technical Center update from me. I am their representative. I attend their meetings. I wanted to give a thank you to Mr. Wolf, the administrative director, and our students that were here at caucus last week and presented on some of the things that they are doing there. All is well at the tech school. All's going very well. Having said that, the new building construction, the whole shebang, is supposed to be completed by the end of December 2026. So we're a little concerned because we were already 3 months behind because of some permitting issues, and now we find out they're another 190 days over. So they're doing a little investigating, finding out what's going on, and if I learn anything more about that, I will let you know. But every day more and more seems to be happening. A lot of the underground stuff, you just see dirt, you know, and as dry as the grass was, it was hard to even tell if it was a pile of dirt or it was just so dry. But anyway, once they get all that done and things in the ground, things will go quickly. I think we're we think we're where we need to be. And we're working on the budget, and I'll be presenting that all to you probably next month. It's going to be an increased budget over what we had last year with the tech school because now there's a new building that we have to insure, and there's going to be electricity into that building, even though they're still working on it, and they're still going to have to hire some custodial staff and some other parts to that building. So we're going to see an increase to the budget, and then it was designed to be a little increase for like a couple of years, but the following year it's going to be a pretty big increase because instead of bringing on 2 new programs each year because of the fact that the construction is behind half a year, they're going to be bringing 4, we will be bringing on 4 new programs. That's 4 new teachers, classroom aides, all the things that are required all in 1 year. So we'll see a little bit of an increase in the budget, which I'll talk about next month. And then the following year, we'll be seeing a more significant increase in the budget, which we knew, because you can't add 4 brand new programs and build a building and give more opportunities for our children without it taking a little bit out of our pocketbook. Any questions for me on any of that? All right, at this point, I'll turn it over to Dr. Fox to give us an update on the Susquenita Blackhawk Foundation.
Sure, and any other members that are here can certainly join me. We have a meeting coming up Thursday as we prepare for December 7th, which is the Jingle Bell Jog. It's our second Jingle Bell Jog Ugly Sweater Contest, so kind of time to dust off that ugly sweater. It's a 2.5 mile run, or in my case, more of a jog. It's a really nice course, should be a great weather day. There's a 2-mile walk as well with some holiday music being played around the track. So definitely come out, register. You can register on our website. You can register through Velkin Race Timing. If you just Google that, it's online registration as well. And there's a 0.25 kids fun run as well. So bring the kids out. They'll do a 1/4-mile loop around the track and have some prizes as well. So it's a great community event. Good way to come out, kind of start to really look at that holiday season, dust off that ugly sweater, as we said. Lots of good prizes for the ugliest. That's just my everyday wear. But certainly come out and support the Black Hawk Foundation, because all those proceeds from the Black Hawk Foundation go back into student programs. So really, it's a good donation back in that support our students, support our teachers, and support our greater community here at Susquenita. And if you're a corporation or a company or even a private donor and look to sponsor, sponsorships are available as well, and you'll get your name out there and certainly some recognition, and we will appreciate that support as well. So contact us directly. You can reach out to myself at jfox@susquenita.org. Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate the Black Hawk Foundation. There are a lot of people that help behind the scenes, spend hours and hours, and we're gonna miss Christine Matosh for that too. Her and her husband both have spent hours and hours and hours with the Black Hawk Foundation, and it all is completely just free time given to donate for the betterment of our school and for students. It's really worthwhile, and appreciate it. And you can always come back and help. Absolutely. Item number 13, just blowing out our meeting schedule. We have policy committee meetings and a caucus meeting on November 5th, and then a regular school board meeting on November the 11th. And also we'll point out in December, our meeting schedule is different because by law we are required to have a reorganization meeting the first week in December. So we will not have a caucus meeting the first week in December. Instead, we will have a regular board meeting. I believe that is December 1st. Correct. So I know everyone's all excited about that, so you want to mark your calendars. All right, at this point, I'll turn it over again to Dr. Fox for administrative reports.
Thank you very much. Certainly lots going on. I'm going to start out by certainly thanking, once again, the Susquenita, on behalf of the Susquenita School District, thanking and our sincere gratitude to the Susquenita Education Association for their professionalism, dedication, and respect and collaboration throughout the process. I think it's important to note that the teachers, you are, and our specialists, you are the rock, certainly, of this community, providing stability, inspiration, and unwavering support to our students and their families every single day. Your passion and resilience are what make our schools strong, vibrant, and nurturing places of learning. So thank you for what you do. Let's continue all the good work and all the things that we're doing. Segueing in, to a really great quote, I think, when we look at the sixth president of the United States of America, John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more and learn more and do more, you are a leader. And I think that quote is fitting as I look to recognize Mrs. Christine Matosh this evening. Her 20-plus years at Susquenita School District have inspired, challenged, and turned vision into a reality, all with the goal and focus of students first. It is rare to find certainly a more passionate leader. You'll never hear Christine say, I don't think we can do that. Our students can't do that. Instead, it's the opposite. It's they can, they will, and how can we? And that is truly inspiring. So certainly on behalf of the school, on behalf of the school district, the school board, on behalf of our administrative team, thank you for your service to our school district. Thank you for your continued support, and we wish you well. And Bloomsburg is certainly getting an administrator who's focused on excellence. So thank you. And I know you love presentations, so we do have something here for you. Something for your desk to make sure that it sits on your desk with the Susquenita logo. And it says, presented to Christine Matosh for dedicated service to our community. And just a couple other small announcements as we wrap up. Thank you for your patience as we transitioned into Board Docs. Board Docs is going to be a really nice tool for us as we kind of navigate through. It's going to have our agendas, caucus meetings, presentations. You can go back through as a community member, do some searching, and see that information on there as well. And I think it's going to really kind of continue to pull that curtain back for those long-term searching features that are there at Board Docs. So nice feature. We're like everybody, it's a learning curve for us as we continue through that process. So thank you. Thank you to Pannoni Associates for your donation. Hearing our students present, seeing that they're passionate and their passions kind of ring through. We look forward to using that donation to get a few items to transform that space into that kind of creative hub for the students. Thank you. Any of my fellow administrators like to say a few words, please pass the mic around.
Just thank you. Thank you for the district. Thank you for the school board. I have been here for over 26 years, and it really is bittersweet to leave the district as for both personally and professionally. My daughter's a graduate. We moved here specifically because of the education that Susquenita provides. And I'm proud to be here, proud to have served alongside of everyone. So thank you. I said this before, I'm not leaving Susquenita, I'm just moving home, so to my hometown. So it was very bittersweet, but thank you.
All right, so for the elementary school, we just wanted to give out a few points of information. Friday, October 17th from 6 to 8 o'clock will be our fall festival. It is our PTO that runs the festival and the book fair to raise money for our students and various field trips and experiences that they get to do throughout the year. There will be a trunk or treat, food trucks, there will be a haunted trail and music and more. So please come join us. It's free admission. The activities are free. It's just time to come and join us as a family. You can come in costume if you would like to. Thursday, October 23rd, we're partnering with the middle school and fifth grade to do a Bridges Math Night for parents. It's an informational night that if parents are struggling to understand what this program is about, we get to have an hour that we can meet with them, give them some information, and allow them to look through the program to ask for any questions. Then Friday, October 24th, the elementary building is hosting a fire prevention day, so we're going to have our local EMS come and fire companies come and show them the equipment. It's a great time for our kindergartners because they actually get to talk, see what a fireman would look like, or a fire person, whatever they're called, in their suit, so that if they ever had to report, they wouldn't be afraid of what they look like, because to a kindergartner that could be very scary. So it's a great day. We do want to remind families that's also a 2-hour early dismissal, so that's always on. And we want to give a shout out to our Hawk Rock teams. So for the elementary building, we had the U11 girls and the U11 boys Hawk Rock teams got first place in the Dillsburg tournament this past weekend. And then we also want to give a shout out to our very own Aubrey Smith. She is the goalie on the girls team, and this past weekend, she hit her 100th save for the season. So we just wanted to give her a great shout out for that.
Just one thing for athletics. If you were at the game Friday, we got a great prize from T-Mobile and the Friday Night Lights. We got around $8,500 from them for the stadium, and it was just fantastic to see all the engagement from the community, so I personally want to thank the community for that. Out of probably over 500 schools that entered, we were in 32nd place. They actually take the top 25 for that big $1 million stadium makeover, so we were very, very close. But again, I want to thank the community. We're going to be doing this again. The more engagement we get, the more money we can bring in and put it forth towards the stadium. So definitely want to thank the community for that.
And we got 3 Tri-Valley championships. You can never say that too many times.
Hi, at the middle school, there's a lot going on. As Dr. Fox said, things are, getting busy. We had a lot happening in the month of October. Just this past Friday, unfortunately, I wasn't able to see it, but a lot of things are happening as a reward of our big chocolate sale as the motivators for the students. They had a humongous inflatables party for those who reached it, and I saw some pictures, and they were entertaining and made some people laugh. This past Monday on our in-service day, I just want to share that there was a lot of different curriculum writing going on, and some teachers were designing some assignments and activities for diverse students for different things during the school day, so I was really excited to have some people work on that. This week, as we are wrapping up the end of the first marking period, we have 5th and 6th grade PBIS reward, where the students who've earned it get to participate in all these fun different activities. That's Thursday for 5th and 6th, and then Friday for 7th and 8th. We're really excited to partner with the elementary school for the Math Bridges Night to get information to the parents, because I know it is taught very differently than how we were all taught math in school. Glow Party Central, October 31st. There's the reward during the school day, and then there's a Glow Party dance from 3 to 5 after school. If you have nothing better to do, you can come glow and dance. And I want to shout out to Ella Eichelberger and Samuel Areola. They broke the middle school cross-country records in the last meet, I believe, so congrats to them.
All right, just a few things I want to bring up for the high school. So first off, this Thursday, Junior Achievement is hosting an event titled Real Life. That's an event for juniors and seniors to kind of go through some real-life scenarios that deal with budgeting and just kind of some other financial scenarios. And we'd like to thank all the community members, parents, and everybody that volunteered. They take a ton of volunteers, and it takes a lot of work to put that on for all the juniors and seniors. So thank you for everyone that's going to be coming out and participating in that this Thursday. Also, next Tuesday, NHS is putting on a spookathon from 5 to 7:30, and it's not too late to host a trunk for the trunk or treat. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out to Mrs. Black, who runs our NHS. And then the final thing that I want to touch on is that we've begun planning for our student town hall. This year, something new that we tried is a student committee. We've been meeting routinely and working out kind of unique ways to promote this event throughout the student body, and we're kind of shooting for that higher turnout. How can we get more engagement throughout the student body?
Spooktacular.
Well said.
All right, thank you. Yeah, the town hall keep pushing it. I mean, we are really happy to do that. And we would love, we know they can ask questions online, but we would love them to come out and meet us face to face and talk to us face to face. The whole point of the town hall is we want to hear from our students because, you know, everything is all about them. So please, as many of them can come out face to face and meet with us. We really would like to do that. And I wanted to comment on the Bridges Math Night at the elementary school. I love that. I think when my kids got third grade was whenever I couldn't understand their math anymore. I was like, what's wrong? He said, third grade, I should be able to help him with his math. So it's just different than the way some of us learned it. So I think that's a great idea. I hope a lot of parents come out and understand some of the new ways they found to teach children math. That's just, I love that. It's a great idea. Any other board comments? It's time for board reports. Mrs. Walborn.
I would just like to say that it has been an honor to work with Mrs. Matosh over the last several years that I've been on the board. It's been a pleasure to collaborate with you on some assistive technology ideas and strategies for the students. And I'm also looking forward to running into you at my alma mater in Bloomsburg as a Panther, as you trade your orange in for red. And I will run into you at the Bloomsburg Fair on a yearly basis. So they're very fortunate to have you and to be able to expand what you've brought here to them and to be able to share that with the students and the administration there. So good luck to you and congratulations.
What she said, yeah.
Maybe we could talk Apple versus PC for a little bit. Just kidding.
I just have, I echo all of what Marcy said as well, so we're going to miss you.
Graduate from there, you can't echo all of it.
I'm from Mount Carmel. I can echo some of it. So I'm a Coal Region girl too. But anyway, just a point of clarification. I was looking at the board schedule, and we have the December meeting listed as Monday, December 2nd, and December 2nd is a Tuesday. So it is Monday, December 1st. We just want to get that.
It's Monday, December 1st.
Okay.
If December 1st is a Monday, that is the day.
Yeah, so maybe we can
Has
make
to
sure
be
that
on
that
the-
gets
Yep, has to
updated.
be that first Monday of the month of December.
Okay, that's all I got.
My turn. Miss Matosh, it's been wonderful. I remember 13 years ago when our kids were 6 and we started coaching soccer together, right? That's kind of where it all started with us. Yeah. So, and then I ended up here doing this and getting to work beside you and see everything that you've done for the district and been a part of has been wonderful. So much appreciation of that. And it's great that you're going to be so close to your own family and to keep an eye on my son who is going to Bloomsburg. Yes. So, yes, no pressure, but I would appreciate if you do that. Oh, and defending the Bridges and the other math curriculums, it's probably not an issue with the curriculum as much as just you not understanding.
I clearly am a moron.
Now, I didn't say that, Mike, but.
I'll own that.
Second that.
Anyone opposed?
It's a good thing we have 2 mental health counselors on the board. Anyone else have anything, board members, for report?
We'd better not.
Public comments. Do we have anyone in the audience that has any public comments? Please come up and tell us your name and where you're from. And do we have any online? No, sir. Not at this point.
Hi, good evening. Corey Gokenauer. I actually live in Mechanicsburg, but since I am the president of the SEA, we wanted to make a public comment on behalf of the executive committee who's here tonight and our membership. We just wanted to express that we're so excited with your approval of the collective bargaining agreement after Dan and Laura do the final touches. I was a little disappointed because I thought we were going to get to do a fancy signing ceremony tonight and pass the pens, but Dan rained on that parade, so that's all right. We'll forgive him. And Phil and Leanne, for their service in negotiating. As a history teacher, it's worth pointing out that our association and the district have done this process since 1970, and we've always found a way to make it work, and I'm glad that we were able to do that as well. And echo your guys' comments, Dr. Jones and Dr. Fox, about getting to be able to really return our focus fully to educating the children, which is what we all signed up to do. So we just wanted to express our gratitude, and they were ready to move forward and continue on with a great year. So that's all we got.
Thank you. Yeah, let's applaud that. Any other public comments? And there are no comments online. So at this point, I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.